since 2007, and today we are going to reveal Masterverse 40th anniversary Princess of Power. Let me repeat this. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, toy enthusiasts, and those new to Tough Nerd Toys LLC. I'm your host, Uncle Nerd, and welcome to another exciting episode of Busted Open. Busting it open since 2007, and today we are going to review Masters of the Universe Masterverse 40th Anniversary Princess of Power Hordak by Mattel. Yeah, man, they had to do one in the Masterverse line. I mean, Hordak to me, like when he came out, that's when I was gonna go back into He-Man because I was like, oh man. Look, this dude look like he ain't playing. He ain't playing. But then when Filmation done him, they toned him down a bit. But I have always loved the depiction that they had of Hordak within comics and within the 2000X line, whereas though he appeared to be someone similar to Pinhead or Cenobite from the Hellraiser series. And over here we have the main antagonist of She-Ra, Hordak. Hordak is looking great inside the package, so let's bring this closer so we can look at the package. And here it says right here, let's bring it close, and it says Princess of Power, Hordak right there, Masterverse on the top. You got the graphics going on, 30 points of articulation right there, got a barcode right there. Pretty long, big box. That's why it's kind of like, I kind of got it leaned over a bit. They gave me the box like this. No matter how you ask for a box now, they just give it to you as you get it. Beautiful artwork of Hordak right there. I love the simplistic look that they have of Hordak going on right there. Hordak, in some instances, he hates magic, and in other instances, he used magic to his advantage, but he more so veers toward genetics and technology right here. And right here, you have a small bio of Hordak, and this ruthless leader of the evil horde, banished from Eternia by his pupil Skeletor. The vile Hordak rules the planet Etheria from the Fright Zone with cruel technology and dark magic. The ruthless tyrant delights in the pain and misery of others, even those in his evil horde who are most loyal to him. Yeah, Hordak is that dude. Hordak, and now the cartoon depictions always made it seem like he was a little goofy or funny, but when you read the darker stories or pretty much the comic books, Hordak is something to be terrified. He's pretty much like the Serpentor or worse of G.I. Joe and stuff like that. He is the worst. And over here you see like nice image of She-Ra. We've done She-Ra already. I have Zodak, I have Catra, I have all of these guys. You see like a nice image or some box art of the other evil horde members right here. You got Leech over here, you got Mantana right there, Hordak, ruthless leader of the evil horde over here, barcode, I think I showed you that already, legal mumbo jumbo right there, question mark, busted hole too, where they just threw my box at me and stuff like that. And yeah, I think that's about it. I've always loved the design of these boxes right here, and it's done in a nice window box with the foil type sticker of the 40th anniversary going on right there. 6+ Princess of Power Hordak. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna bust this guy open and see if Hordak is worth the scratch. Yeah, we gotta get him out this ugly box, man. They just gave me whatever. And here we have Hordak looking absolutely ravishing right there and diabolical as usual. And as usual, we're gonna go over the accessories first. So let's bring this a little bit closer. And he has this beautiful, nice arm right here, sculpted very nice. You can see like the nice armband or the bicep band on there. Has the gauntlets or bracelets going on along the wrists. Pinless joints, as you can see, nice sculpting within it, and it has a ball because you can switch these arms in and out or back and forth. And I love that he was given a standard fist. And if you look, there's some veins within the fist right there. And you have these two alternate hands right here that you can swap out. that you can swap out with the other hands that he has. That's a left, right. Looks like he has a pointer hand or whatever the case may be, or trigger finger hand, and he has this holding hand right here that looks real good. Pegs on the back. Done in the cast in a nice solid blue plastic, just as this one, but the paint apps on here look very good. As you can see, like the bat insignia right there has a nice gloss finish to it, which is really, really good. And there's some sculpting in the bracelet as well. Then you have this robotic claw hand right here. That's when he does the cell manipulation with himself. So I guess you can plug that into the little peg over there of his blaster right there, of his arm blaster right there. Then you have the, how can I call this, the power bow right here. You can see it has like a little power bow effect, cast in a nice solid white plastic with some translucent pink, or as you can call it, like a red. It looks like a combination of red and pink together. You can see like there's a bat skull crafted inside of the front, or sculpted inside of the front right here. Has like a clamp so you can push it, have it on his arm like Megatron or whatever the case may be. And it looks pretty good. Done in a nice hard plastic. All of these are done in nice hard plastic. Then you have his iconic Horde shield, which looks real good. Has the nice straps in the inside right there. Sculpting, battle damage sculpting within the front of the shield. You see there's a face right there, and you see there's some textures going on right there. Great sculpting, no wash on any of these, but it's still a good sculpt right here. I'm loving this shield right here. And you can put that on his arm. And then you have this big giant blast effect right here. It's done in a translucent type of red that they have going on right here. And it's done very well. You can see that little peg on the back. And now we're going to go into the creme de la creme, and I'm going to move these to the side right there, bring this a little bit closer, and we have our boy Hordak looking very, very good. Hordak looks great. Loving the padding along the arm right there. Think they wish they could have carried the silver painting down a little bit further, but the silver painting is done very well. The deco on the front of the chest plate looks really good. Got some soft goods going on here. They're light soft goods and whatever the case may be, but they're not that bad. I would give it a 3 out of 5, 5 being the highest. Loincloth is really good, but I do have 3 things that I was a little bit that just gave me an issue. But face sculpt is great right here. Face sculpt is great. You got a couple of blemishes on here. Why? I don't know. That's a manufacturer's defect. This figure had a few manufacturer's defect that they're not off-putting, but I was like, all right, come on now. You guys could do it a little bit better than that. But the chest plate goes all the way around. This is a shielding that can be pulled off right here that connects and holds on the cape. There's a lot of engineering that went into this figure. It's very good. Nice legs, but this right here, I absolutely love the bone sculpting along the boots right here near the calves, and the shiny black paint or acrylic paint that they have going on within the deco of his boots or his shins right here. Nice big feet, as you can see, the nice duck-billed feet that I always loved that Hordak had with the heel spur on the back. Looks very, very, very good. Loving the deco within, or the sculpting within the belt right there. It is done very well. And as you can see over here, you pull the cape up, he has like a nice little Horde symbol in the back. This right here was one of the manufacturer's defect, because no matter how much I pushed it in, it still kept coming loose. But that's easily remedied. I'll just glue it on, whatever the case may be, or I'll just send it back or whatever. It's not that big of a deal breaker to me, but I find that it was a bit of a problem. Now, another problem that I had was that the loincloth, due to the pose that they had him in inside of the package, the loincloth became warped. That is easily fixed with some heat, but some people will not go through all of that, and it'll be a bit major deterrent to a lot of people when it comes to the figure. But the figure is absolutely beautiful. Now, I wish they would have painted the head more of a gray or silver instead of making it white, because it's kind of weird. But you see like the nice fin in the middle of the head, gray sculpting in the face, as you can see right there. Got some nice sculpting in his face. You see there's some red teeth, red eyes, got the fin ears, everything. The bone sculpting around the hood of his back plate, or like headdress. It looks real good. They really did a good job with this guy. Now you can swap out arms easily. You just pull it out thus so, and there you have Hordak with his regular look. And I think he looks good like this. I like him with that nice clean Horde look, or like the nice blue skin, or the bodysuit, the blue bodysuit along his body right here. But these feet are absolutely gorgeous, and they did a nice silver paint on them. As you can see also around the ankles, there's sculpting and everything. This guy is a beauty. Loving the Horde deco that they have, the Horde symbol or the red bat deco that they have in the middle of his chest. There's some bone sculpting within the harness or the chest plate that they have, which really gives him like a good menacing look right there. I am really liking him. Few defects, so on and so forth. This right here, you can, now I don't want to pull it apart, but you can literally take this whole piece off, take his head off, take this cowl off, take the cape off and everything like that, and you can have him in his pretty much like his G1 look. But I'm liking this. Didn't think I was going to like it because when I saw the white head, I was like, but I'm like, in hand, he's beautiful. Well, got the little dark deco going on around the headdress and everything like that. But the face sculpt is beautiful. Just wish they had done either gray or silver, or match the gray or silver going on with the with his body or whatever the case may be. But as a whole, he's looking great. He is looking absolutely great. Bats on the arms, on the biceps straps looks good, you know. But I'm loving this nice shiny acrylic paint, or this pop shiny paint going on in the shins right there. You can also take the blast effect, push it into the front right there, boom. You have him with the blast effect going on and everything like that. And the pieces come off rather easily, which I think is cool like that. And they stick in rather easily too. Like, they're very secure once you put them in. As you can see, look. Blast effect is very chunky too. It's big. It's big. Then you have the other arm, the other hand that you can fit into here. And there you have him with his touchy-feely hand right there. Great quality. I'm loving it. If you look along the front part of the cannon right here, the cannon arm, you can see that some sculpting, like some screw work and stuff like that, like they sculpted in screws. But I love the padding look of this arm right here. Then you can put the shield on. The shield easily fits on. You can push it through here and you can latch it on. You can actually just leave it like this if you want to. If you don't feel like switching out the hands or anything, you can do that. Or you can take this and put it on his arm, and it clips right on to his arm, as you can see. And you can have him with the arm blaster, or the arm bolo, no, the arm crossbow rather, the cannon crossbow. Just clip it right on. There you go. This guy is really good. The alternate hands, you already know how they go. You can just, like, you know, pull these off, pull the hand out, thus so, and push this one in. And there you have him with his alternate hand right there. I'll bring this back a little bit for you guys. And there you have him with his alternate hand right there, looking real good, looking exceptionally good. Now, as far as articulation goes, you're not going to be able to really move this guy. Well, his head has all of this engineering and all of this crafting and sculpting and kibble going on up here. So you're not really going to be able to move the head around, but you can get it to go up a little bit, so on and so forth. But when you do understand, this piece is going to start coming loose. So you can get it to go up a little bit, left and right a little bit. But, you know, that's it. He's on the ball socket right here at the shoulder. Bicep swivel, as most Motu figures, double hinged elbow, as you can see right there. Without this, there is some twisting it and pivoting in the wrist, as you can see right there. Does he have a license? Let me see what that crotch. Ab crunch is somewhat prohibited due to the construction that's going on here. You do have a waist swivel. You have a bit of a side tilt going on. You can do some leg splits, but not that much, not as much as other ones. Does have thigh cuts, double hinge knee, as you can see. Twisting at the calf and ankle rocker at these nice duck build feet, stuff like that. He's a very good figure. Loving the sculpting on it. Love that I'm loving the look of him. I happen to pick up one with a few manufacturer defects. I would say 2, and that's the loincloth right here. See, look, it's puckered up, but I'm going to give it some heat. And this part right here. This part right here, and on the face, you saw there were some blemishes and stuff like that. But as a whole, that's it. So what we're going to do, we're going to take some pictures of this guy, of the Horde Master. Well, he's actually, if you know the story, there's somebody he even answers to. It's not just him. Skeletor's nemesis, He-Man's nemesis. He's everybody's nemesis. The evil Horde has no friends. I'll be right back with some pictures and my final thoughts, guys. Love you guys. So as a whole, I think Hordak looks absolutely amazing. Few minor defects that were, maybe a deal breaker for some people, but not for me. I'm loving the Masterverse line. But when they mess up, they mess up. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just one that's going to cover him. And he's coming in at about, I'll say like 7. What do you see there? Like 7 even. It's coming in at 7 even. The Hordak is an individual or a villain that is pretty much. I don't think the Filmation series did him any justice because he just came off as like a goofy version of Skeletor, but he's much more than that. He's actually was the one, given some Motu lore, he was actually the one who thrust Eternia into its dark ages of pretty much like science and wizardry and post-apocalyptic settings and stuff because of the war that he not only defeated the Snake Men, he defeated Skeletor and the guards and the royal guard, everything. What Hordak is a menace. He is a problem to anyone that pretty much interacts with him or comes around him. He even treats his own like Skeletor, because Skeletor was one of his pupils at one time. And that's pretty much sped across the whole lore of Motu, or whatever the case may be, that this was Skeletor's mentor right here, and he answers to someone. But yeah, he despises magic. He loves science. He pretty much like believes in technology and so on and so forth. And being that he's an extra dimensional being, it seems as though he's using magic, but no, it's all pretty much extra dimensional or cross dimensional science that he's using that comes across as him looking like he's using magic, but he despises magic. The only reason why he keeps Shadow Weaver around is to watch her and monitor her and therefore make her work for him. Hordak also can manipulate his cells to change into things for a brief period because it's all done through. It does a lot of DNA and robotic manipulating and along with technology and everything like that. So yeah, that's Hordak. But as a whole, this is a really solid figure. Here he is next to, let me straighten him out because He-Man all broad and stuff like that. Here he is next to 40th anniversary He-Man. Looking good. Let me bring this over a little bit. Yeah. Here he is next to 40th anniversary He-Man. Here he is next to Motu Classics Hordak, and you can see the difference. This Hordak looks great. Like they should have done the face sculpting because this is basically the face sculpting from the 2000X line. Again, ladies and gentlemen, if you're a big He-Man fan, go on YouTube and check out 2002s or 2000, they call it 2000X or the New Adventures of not the New Adventures of He-Man, but the 2000X line or the 2000X cartoon of Master Universe. It really was getting dark and they canceled it once Hordak started coming in the fray. And he kind of like looked like this. This is a combination of like G1 Hordak, this one over here, and the newer version of Hordak that they had going on within the 2000X line. But yeah, this guy is absolutely beautiful, man. Here he is next to, as you can see, I love Hordak. I like Hordak. I really do. I like him a lot. Like him a lot. Next to a Crimson Guard, and you can see like 7, 6. And yeah, he's a definite pickup. You gotta have him in your collection. Fully posable and everything like that. I think I went through everything with this guy. If I didn't, leave a comment down below. Be sure to check me out on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. Hit the subscribe button too as well, because a lot of people aren't getting notified when I put up videos. But yeah, I would say definitely pick him up, get him. He's a great figure. I mean, you gotta have Horde, you gotta have Hordak and his evil Horde. Now, if they come out with Leech, Montana, you gotta have the squad now. Now that you've made Hordak, you gotta have the squad, because I need the squad. So yeah, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that brings this review to a close. Please be sure to comment, like, subscribe, and share this video. And remember, when you buy a toy, what do? See, I didn't like that voice they gave him on the Filmation when I liked the one they gave him in the 2000 X.
The ultimate threat to the universe is here.
I am Hordak, and this is my evil horde.
Leech! Montana!
Their evil even scares me, Hordak, my friend. The evil horde has no friends.
The Evil Horde, new from the Masters of the Universe collection. All figures each sold separately.
Let me out of here!
From Mattel.